Okay, guys, so today we're going to talk a little bit about weight plateaus and stalling out. What's going on? I'm eating keto. Why aren't I losing weight? And maybe this is for you if you're just starting keto and it's been a couple weeks here and then you're already stalling, or maybe you've been doing this for a while and you've hit a plateau. What is going on? What is happening? Are you doing something wrong? Do you need to lower your carbs? Why is this happening? And the point of this talk is sometimes you're doing absolutely nothing wrong. You've been eating right. You're eating within your carbohydrate content. Sometimes it's a little matter of you've lost weight, but now you need to lower your calorie intake. Your body doesn't need as much energy. So sometimes that's as simple as it is. That's what I always say is try the next week just to eat a couple, 100 calories less or 100 calories less, just a couple more bites and see if it puts you back into weight loss. If that's you, that's all you need to do and great. You'll be on your way and just keep readjusting. Others of you, the answer is not so simple, but it actually is simple. Is nobody knows what's going on besides you. Is that I find a lot of times, if I'm honest with myself, I'm the one who's doing the self-sabotaging. Either there's numerous things that can be going on. Either you're overeating, you're sneaking extra bites, you're cheating by eating extra foods that are not low carbs and you're not counting them, or it's just something else in general, like it could be medications, different things like that. But even then, medications are only going to do so much unless you're like a type 1 diabetic, type 2 diabetic. Usually that will stabilize itself out eventually. So we still, regardless on medications, you still have some responsibility to be healthy and take care of your body. So how do you know where you're going wrong? And that's where I said it's actually very simple, is you have to be honest with yourself. Write down a list of everything you're eating, what you're not eating. When I came to look at it, I was trying to get as low calories in the week as I can. So then by the weekend, I'm feeling hungry that I end up overeating because it causes me to binge eat. The other thing that I typically do is that I snack. I'm usually hungry when I'm cooking, and so I'll eat a couple more bites than I realize. But if you're using oils or anything like that, you can be putting in a lot more calories than what you're realizing that you're doing. So if you're adding, a couple hundred calories every meal at 600, or maybe here's the other thing that you'll do. Sometimes I'm hungry and I think, I just need a little snack, and I'll grab a handful of nuts and I'll eat that. And then I'm like, okay, I just want a couple more and a couple more. And before you realize, like a small little handful like this is 200 calories. Well, if you grab 10 extra nuts, there's another 100 calories, and then you do it a little bit later, you eat 400 calories in nuts. Or even dairy, you put on a slice and you're like, well, just a little extra piece. Or maybe you're putting it on your food and counting that, but then you're taking an extra slice and eating it for yourself. It's going to be different for everyone. Or maybe you say you're being active, but you're really not being active at all. So you're giving yourself more calories than what your body's really expending. So a lot of times that's the weight loss plateau. If you feel like you're doing everything right and you're still not losing weight, then that's okay. If you're doing everything right, then don't worry about it. It will usually start to come back off. But if you can be honest with yourself, and if you could critique anywhere in your life, what would it be? For some people, maybe you're stressing out too much. Maybe you need to go to bed sooner. Maybe you're staying up too late. Maybe, you need to be eating a little bit more calories per day. Even like me, I tend to be really good about being strict about not eating. And I have all my tips of drinking fiber and water and doing all these things to make myself not feel hungry when my body is still hungry. And then I pay for that on the weekends when my hunger feels out of control. That's something that I just had to wake up to think, okay, why am I not hitting the goals that I wanted to hit? Then I'll start to lose weight. I can drop 5 pounds really quickly, but then I kind of seem to stall out. And what's going on is I'm not eating enough for what I'm doing, for when I'm active, for when I'm busy. If I'm still a little hungry at night, I actually do need to eat. But choosing healthier choices of eating a hard-boiled egg, eating a little bit more fat, not doing too many nuts and not doing too much dairy, it's going to constipate you and it can stall you. So if you're doing a bunch of dairy or you're doing a bunch of sugar alcohols, one of two things is going to happen. It's either going to shoot quickly through your digestive system, or it's going to make you feel very, very constipated. So, making healthier choices. If you've been eating a lot more processed foods, you might switch and try and do some more home cooked meals, less protein shakes, and eating a little bit more home cooked food, taking the time to either make some eggs in the morning or do some hard boiled eggs or something that you could microwave really quickly, make a quiche, anything that's going to help you just take your next step. Maybe it's meal prepping, maybe it's, not eating out so much that you're retaining too much sodium from other places and you really don't know how many calories are in that food. Maybe you're sneaking extra treats that are not keto, where you could get away with eating a couple bites of an apple or even just snacking on extra pieces of chocolate throughout the day, where maybe you could do that. Maybe your body doesn't do that now. And keep in mind, if you're just starting this, your first week, you are going to lose a lot of weight. It's a lot of water weight though, so don't expect that your next week. If you still have some water retention, you still could lose up to another 10. But on average, you don't really want to be losing more than 2 to 3 pounds per week. And that's because you can't stay consistent and you're going to be more likely to stall if you try to lose weight too quickly because your body cannot keep up with that. And, you are going to plateau at some time. I did really good. I dropped like 50 pounds. I got down to 160 and then my body was like, I'm ready to eat again. And then I rebounded up to 170 right away. And I couldn't seem to get down to 160. And I'm not willing to hit 160 unless I'm eating healthy and doing it the right way, because guess what? I will never maintain that. I know how to lose weight. I know how to get down to 140 if I really wanted to. The thing is, can I maintain that? Can I be happy with that? And the answer is no, I haven't found that for me yet, a healthy way that makes me feel comfortable, where I feel full, and all of those kinds of things. So you really need to figure out what to do for you, whether it be exercise, whether it be food, what can you do in your day? So start there, guys. I hope that helps you. And don't forget to comment and ask any questions below that you have.